I thought this was interesting. What Cook was living in, how he just sold it.
Dalvin. I really wish he wouldn't have gone. Actually, I like that guy. So here's a case of a mansion, a Minnesota mansion. It's more about acreage. I think it was on 5 acres, and so that's where that price tag. Obviously, a nice house, but I don't think I would call it a mansion. I don't know. That's not clickbaiting at all. So we sold it for $1,275,000, 4,800 square feet, and 5-bedroom, 5-bath, and
He bought it for 1.1, and with all those good rates back in the day, they made 1.75.
he put it on the market. He paid 1.1. He listed it for 1.75 3 years later.
Sold it for 1.2.
Oh yeah. He only sold for 1.2.
Yeah.
But
what do you do there? That starts getting out, and it's like, hey, it's Dalvin Cook's place. I mean, gonna make a deal. He's in New York. No, actually, went to Baltimore.
Yeah, there's only that being a famous person's house only goes so far, though. You get to that point where you're like, okay, I'm not going to pay $500,000 extra for a house because nobody beyond you is going to care. Other than it's a cool story at your football parties, but other than that, like I watched Randy Moss's house. I was out there in Orono doing that one a couple years back, and that was the same thing where they started at like $9 million, and by the time they were done, they get sold for 1.2 or something. Because nobody wanted it. They just down. Eventually, they just dumped it.
Well, it needed a lot of work.
It needed millions of dollars worth of repairs or updates. Yeah. So then you're committed to that floor plan versus buying a raw piece of land. And you and I have talked about this before. When you get into that price point, people don't care. They don't want to buy your problems. They want to buy what they want. And unless you got it, they move on.
Hey, Nick, when Andy does his little 2 times with his guest, am I eligible to be one of his guests or not?
Oh, look at him. He's already backtracking. He's going to miss it. Look at him.
Hey, he's playing my theme song. I mean, how can I not be a guest?
I'm egging him. I'm egging him on. Literally. So what we're gonna do though is we're gonna do spin the Chris. We're gonna put him on a board. He's gonna be duct taped. We're gonna spin, and then we're gonna answer questions about Chris in front of him where he can't talk. You know what you should do with luxury listings is this, and he'll be going.
Hey, I was just very, very pro that last listing.
Yeah, no, I liked it too. I think I'd like it a lot better if it was 2.5 or 2.6.
Oh God, I'd buy it in a second if that was the case. I think that's going to sell. I really do. I'm going to put that on the watch list, I think, for me.
All right, boys. That didn't put too much together because the main point of the show was to talk about the future. I would love to hear what the audience has to think about that, if they're going to like it, etc. But what else do you guys have to say? Do you have anything coming up?
Why don't we just – I think the idea there is that we're going to do a concentration of, the ideas that will be together, so it'll be a little different. There probably won't be so much, interacting, and obviously there's going to be no MC, so it's going to have to be cut apart. So, with no MC there, it gets a little tricky, and you know what I mean? But on the other hand, here's the thing. We're just trying to get good information out to the public about what's going on in real estate. We're not selling nothing. I mean, if you want to hire us, fantastic. At the end of the day, that's the hidden secret. Ooh, we just pulled the curtain back. At the end of the day, it's providing information to people when they need it that helps them make decisions. That at the end of the day, if we can help you on your journey, fantastic. If, you need more help, that we're approachable, we're reachable, and we'd love to help you.
Wow.
Right?
You guys want to go over what you have listed right now?
No,
I'll tell you what, we're in the middle of a lot of them, but right now I do not have one active listing.
Yeah, that's common though right now. I mean,
we're holding some off. Yeah. I mean, we're coming back, but I mean, I have them listed, but they're just not on the market. Actually, right. I have some of them, but it's but they're not active on the market right now.
Right. So. Yeah, and that's the same with me. Like my numbers are crazy. I have high listings because more than half of my listings are new construction, and most properties when we list them are sold within a week or so. So most agents will not have more than a couple. And if they do, something's weird or they're doing something funny with their business right now, because it should be. The inventory's lean, so should the listings. And what I really do like about right now, this time of the market and everything else, prices are still great. We're still getting wonderful prices for houses.
Mhm.
And so people are using that
Yes.
equity to buy their next property.